What is going on, boys?
Yo, what up?
What up?
Another great day here in here we go. Whoa, we a little zoomed in right now. What the hell's going on? Let's get it.
I had to back up out of the camera. I was like,
yeah.
God damn.
Whoa. Oh, man. Saturday edition of Border Rivals on Heavy for Sports. I got a little WWE going on right now. Just had a little women's Money in the Bank. Now I'm watching Dirty Dom's nasty ass fly around the ring. What y'all up to?
I've just been watching college baseball all day. Just got done watching Tennessee, unfortunately, take a L to Arkansas.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't know. They shut them down. It was a close game. They ended up losing 4-3. I think both teams pitched really well. It's just Arkansas had a 3-run home run in there, so that'll get you most games. And then I was watching Louisville earlier. We dropped the second game to Miami, so now we got to play the deciding game 3 tomorrow.
What was the score of the day for? Because I know y'all whopped them pretty good yesterday, like 8-1.
It was 9-6. Man, it was rough to watch. We had the bases loaded at one point, and kid got picked off at second base, just completely fell asleep. Pitcher picked him off, and then the next inning there was a pretty awful call by the umpire that should have been the third out of the inning, called a ball foul that was in no way, shape, or form foul. And then they ended up
first
scoring.
Baseline. I saw that.
Yeah,
on
dude,
Twitter.
it was so bad. I mean, you got to make the plays at the end of the day anyway, so you can't really blame it on that. But I mean, that should have been the end of the inning right there. And then I think they ended up scoring like 4 runs or something like that inning. The big 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th. Had a chance in the 9th and just didn't quite get it done, but be all right.
On to the next one, as they say.
Yep.
Was Tennessee Arkansas? Was that game 1 or game 2?
That was game 1.
That was game 1.
Yeah, they got Tennessee's got the SEC Pitcher of the Year on the bump tomorrow, so I think they're feeling all right about their chances still. Yeah,
I can't lose in that series right there. Either Tennessee beats Arkansas or Arkansas beats Tennessee, and I almost would say I'll take Tennessee in that series, as much as that sounds gross to say. But Arkansas fans have just got so belligerent since Cal went over there this year. Like they think that they're actually worthy of talking shit. So sending them home would be fine. But I got no dog in the fight because, one, Um, baseball was like whatever to me. And two, rugby sucked and got bounced. Somehow blew a 6-run lead twice or a 5-run lead twice, and West Virginia beat them. So who cares about the College World Series for Big Blue Nation?
Coming from the dude that would have been all over this.
All over it.
We're a baseball school. It's baseball season.
Yeah. We wouldn't have heard the end of it.
Nope.
Hey, what we gonna do? It's a rebuilding year, they said. So we're ahead of schedule. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know anything about it. I just know that they say we're ahead of schedule. So we'll see what Mingione does next year. I will say I watched. It's going to be a minute before I watch another game because 4.5 hours of my life was taken up in that game to 2 innings. 2 innings took 30 minutes apiece because we decided to give up 5 or 6 runs and lose a 5-run lead twice. So I'm like, I don't know if I can. They have to regain.
I don't know. I love playoff baseball. I can't watch regular season baseball. I can't unless I'm going to it. Like going to a game is one thing. Go out, have a couple beers, get some food. But I can't watch regular season baseball on TV. But I can sit here and watch this College World Series shit or MLB playoffs all day long.
It was last year when we went to when Kentucky got to Omaha for the first time. Like it was exciting to watch. We were in the middle of the move out here, and I was, being out there. We were driving the RV, streaming out there on the little TV we had out there. Like it was a good time. But now that we have no dog in the fight, I'll just give my updates to you guys, and we'll go from there. But this Super Regionals is to get to Omaha, right? So the winners of these games go to Omaha.
Yeah. Okay. So it's best of 3 for everybody. So it's basically like the equivalent of the Sweet 16 for the basketball tournament. So there's 16 teams left. 8 will make it to Omaha. And then you got basically 2 4-team brackets, and then the winners out of those 2 4-team brackets will end up going and playing in the championship series.
It's a good setup. I like how they run it. I know it's a little weird when you host. Like Tennessee fans have been pretty up in arms, and I'm with them. Doesn't make a ton of sense how we're hosting in Knoxville, but we're the away team in one of the games. So that's weird, but the format I think is pretty good.
Wait, what? Did y'all host the regional? Y'all hosted the regional, right?
Yes, yeah.
You're not hosting the super.
Yeah, we're in Fayetteville now, but I'm talking about during the
because
regional.
every team's got to have like an equal number of. The way it's set up is like you got to have an equal number of home and away games, even if you're not the away team, like you're the actual host
correct,
team, which is wild.
Yeah, and that I disagree with. Like, why have I performed in a manner to be able to host and then not be able, like, that's the point of winning, during the regular season. So that I disagree. I don't like that, but generally, like, regionals to super regionals and then bring it all together in Omaha. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I did not get to watch the game today. Today was birthday party day, so we've been hanging out with the Jits, letting them run around all over.
Which one? Which one?
Parks. No, one of Mason's classmates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not ours.
You're like,
we're
over here being shitty friends.
We can't have a birthday today. Shit.
No. We were just participants.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to watch the game, but I don't know. I don't know what time the game is tomorrow, but I'm sure it's probably early afternoon or something. So hopefully I can check it out after church or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't overlap with the NBA playoffs.
100%. That is a huge hope for me. That's why
y'all are 12 o'clock West Coast time. So what's that?
Okay, 1 o'clock my
1 o'clock your time.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got
that early game. Speaking of that, Halliburton is different. We roll in that team just never gives up, and then somehow with the ball's in his hands. I forget the stat. It was like 4 for 16 or whatever, 26, something like that. In the playoffs, dudes had the ball in their hands, last second shot to win or tie the game. And he's 5 of 5. Like if he's got it, it's dropping.
Yeah.
But he that Pacers team, man, like the win. I still, if I had to put money on the game, I'm still taking OKC in 6 or 7. I think they end up winning. But just the way the way Pacers win some of these games, it almost seems like destined. Like the ball's falling for them. And T, in the group chat, you had a good kind of throwback to the Pacers and Halliburton and Dallas and Dirk. And when we kind of were like, holy shit, like, and they're coached by the same dude. You think that's a Carlisle thing where he can bring out the confidence in like a player, or do you think it's just like a dude can go there?
No, I think a dude is special and can go there. I mean, Carlisle definitely deserves roses. Like he is relevant in all this, but in terms of going on a historical run, that's just something that somebody's got built in them. Like Dirk could have dirked that way with Spoelstra or Phil Jackson or Terrence Stevens, like whoever. Like Dirk would have dirked, and Hallie, because obviously, I mean, when he's making those shots, those haven't been drawn up plays. It's been a rebound. Let me just sprint out to the 3-point line, shoot. This other one, like, let me just get to a spot, pump fake, shoot. So those aren't. I'm not trying to detract from Carlisle, because we've talked about it with the Knicks series. He's drawing up great plays at the end, but these clutch shots are just individual ability. It's a little different than Dirk, because Dirk, his was the entire game. Like Halliburton was fairly, he was kind of missing a lot of the game.
Yep.
But then he showed up when it mattered. So it wasn't really like, this is different than Dirk, where everything was just running through Dirk the entire game, every series, all that. Now this one, Carlisle was kind of smart enough to go through Nembhard and all that. And then Hallie just showed up when you needed. So I think it's a little different, and in a way that you don't, the individual's got to get the credit for that.
Dude. Yeah. And I think honestly, Siakam is playing like it's like back in the Toronto days right now. Like that dude is balling out.
I slept on that trade, and you're right, Black, because when they signed him, I was like, okay, great, cool. Not a needle mover, like
past
he can play.
Prime, but, you know what I mean? Like,
but it 100% has been a needle mover.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right. He's looking real good.
But yeah, I still think it's okay. I think it's. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, I with like you said, T. I think it's easier for a dude, or it seems like easier for a dude if he's like getting the ball all the time. He's just on a heater to have the confidence to go take that last shot. When Halliburton's got like 12 points in the game, he's not shooting well and still going and chasing after the ball. Like, give me that thing. Like, give me the rock. Go. That's impressive. Like that, I was getting ready to say the same thing. Like he wasn't the dude all game, and he's still like, I know in the last seconds of this. And Carlisle didn't call a timeout. Like, right, I'm gonna have my dude get the ball. And Casey Wallace played decent D on him. He just rises up and knocks that thing down. And again, in a shot that you wouldn't want him to take, like extended 2-point shot. It doesn't matter. He's like, I got the confidence to pull it. And in a game where he hasn't had it in all those games, the 3-point shot that bounced up, or it was a 2, but bounced up and winning against the Knicks, like he didn't have a great game that time. He's just like that's a special dude that has a confidence like that to chuck it up and it's going in. Like he just has the faith in himself that it's going in.
Absolutely,
he has the faith in himself. Coach has the faith in him and his teammates. They were quick to give it to him. They're like, yeah, man, here you got it.
Here you got it. We'll get out the way. We'll be over here.
So I like it. I mean, the and this I think is for both OKC and Indiana, but the chemistry they have, like as teammates, like as homies. They talk about it with the big three Celtics a lot, just how close that they were and all the time they would spend off the court. You can kind of, particularly with OKC, but it's clearly there in Indiana too, but you could tell they just have a joy of playing with each other. They're willing to play for each other. Neither team really cares who's getting the spotlight, who's shining or anything. So very, very reminiscent, I think we mentioned before, of like that Detroit team that won. No superstars, though Halliburton may be having something to say on their side. You do have the league MVP with OKC, but just generally speaking, it's more of a team who's willing to play together and let anybody shine. Just like Detroit would let Rasheed go off, Chauncey go off, Rip go off, Tayshaun go off.
Yeah.
they're willing to do.
It's a very unselfish team for sure.
Yeah.
Not to say that OKC is. I think like obviously they have a superstar, but I think they're a balanced team. And honestly, I expected them. I expected them to play like their defense is obviously one of their strong points. On top of the fact that Shai can score 40 points a game without being able to shoot a 3-pointer, which is also still blows my mind. Like zero jump shot out of like that kind of short-ish mid-range game, and is still putting up 40 points a game. It just bananas to me in today's NBA. But I still think honestly, I my gut still tells me OKC in like 6. I don't know if it goes to 7 games, but I mean, then again, like I didn't see them losing game 1 at home, so.
Not like, up 15, like right, in that environment, like that place wasn't silent until the last 0.3 seconds of the game when Hallie hit that shot. Like that place was a ruckus the entire time, but
Indiana's been doing this literally since the playoffs started. Like they just don't care. They do not care what the deficit is. Nope. They don't care how bad they've been playing for 3.5 quarters. Like. They feel like they're in it, and they just let you keep winning. I mean, if you keep winning games like that, you got that belief, and it just doesn't phase you anymore. And it's like, what do you do against a team like that? Like, you got to put your foot on their neck, or you're going to lose games like game 1.
Yeah, and that's a good point because we do talk about like OKC's environment, like the fan base is talked about a lot. But as much as the fans bring to the table, it's still not MSG, right? It's still not like the aura of being and that team. The Pacers just did that in MSG. So like going to OKC, I don't even know what the hell their stadium's called, but like they don't have a problem with just going up there and showing up.
They're not New Yorkers.
No, exactly. They're not throwing trash on fans and whatnot. That being said, I think the easiest bet in the world, I don't know what the line is. You hammer OKC next game. They don't lose this next game at home. I truly believe that. Like,
I believe it too in my mind. But then, like, am I gonna go lay money on OKC to not blow another game at home? Not after game 1. Yeah.
They were literally winning 99.9% of the game. Yeah. Indiana only led 0.3 seconds.
They led the 0.1% that was required to actually win the game.
Yes, that's true. That's facts.
It's crazy. But I saw the viewership numbers, and this is exactly what we were talking about. OKC and Indiana, amazing fan bases for their locale.
Yeah.
But small cities, and it was horrible numbers. Even though it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
For what you want from the finals, it was not a draw. Now, with Hallie hitting a game winner, I wonder, does that make numbers better for game 2? People are like, oh, shoot. Interested. Yeah, maybe I need to check this out. I hope it does. But I wasn't surprised by the numbers.
Well, I think probably to like the casual fan who just, doesn't really pay attention and hasn't been paying attention all playoffs long, except for maybe the team that they're interested in. All they hear is OKC and the Pacers, and they know OKC's been at the top of the West for the entire year. They obviously have the MVP, and they're just like, man, they're just going to walk over them. Like, it's not even going to be a series. Why even tune in? Who cares?
And they're like, where is Indiana? I don't even know where that is. And no hate to
where
Indiana.
Where is Oklahoma for that matter?
Don't forget, I was stationed in Indiana for 3 years. I got a lot of love for the state, but generally speaking, people are like, I don't know where Oklahoma or Indiana is. It's
they do got to stop. Rick Carlisle has to stop with in 49 states. It's just basketball. In Indiana, it's something. Stop. The state to your right,
right, brother. Like, what are we talking about?
48 states, maybe, but you can have racing. You can have racing in Indy.
Yeah, you can have basketball Indy 500 all you want. Yeah, no. It's 0% chance does that game.
He said that when they won the East Conference Final. I was like, I want to come through this TV right now and throw punch you. Like, shut up. In 49 states, it's just basketball.
I think it's great. Do I think he's correct? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
But is that what you say to endear yourself to your fan base?
100%.
Yeah, you gas them up and all that. So I think it's the right play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he literally, like, in a weekend where they had a race and basketball, they chose the race over.
Oh yeah,
so
the race is going to smoke it.
Yeah, the race is going to trump it every time. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, but and again, and Kentucky doesn't have a pro team, so it's like
I was about to say that's why we don't have a pro basketball team, because then that would try to trump the Derby, and we can't be having that. So springtime is for one thing.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Speaking of Derby, what was the horse's name? I was trying to say. The hell was the damn horse that won Sovereignty? Sovereignty, who won the Derby, just won today. They should have run that horse in the was it Belmont?
They didn't run it in Preakness? No, Preakness was the second one. It's always Derby.
Belmont was say.
Yeah, it's always Preakness.
They didn't run them in that.
And then Belmont. They didn't run them in that.
I don't know.
Why?
They did not run them in that. They arrest thing. So now we are giving horses.
We're robbed of a fucking triple crown because somebody wanted to rest the animal.
We are load managing horses now.
One thing. Yeah.
Hey, those horses, they be breaking their legs all the time. So maybe that's, not.
It is.
That being said, that horse is probably more expensive than most NBA players.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
Maybe it makes sense. Yeah.
And it's going to be making babies to be racehorses for years and years now. So
yeah,
I think that's where the investment is actually in these horse races. Like you hope it wins in races,
you win,
and then it's just you stud them out.
Yep. And then it becomes like Secretariat, where every horse that's on the track is in some way related to that horse from, decades ago.
Yeah. Yep. I wish I did something super special where people could just stud me out for a bunch of money.
I was gonna say living the life.
But no, I'm just average dude who's worth not much at all.
That's what Elon's been trying to do.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Well, hey, so we're not just in the NBA. We were texting last night. The Stanley Cup is electric right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely electric. Did you watch game 1? I know we were watching game 2 last night, but did you watch game 1?
I didn't get a chance to watch game 1, though.
So I was watching it, and it was the same thing, like kind of back and forth. I think Edmonton scored the first goal, and then the Panthers go up 2 goals, and in the third, Edmonton goes and ties it up, and it goes to overtime. And then right before the first overtime ends, Edmonton scores a goal, ends it, and then we get the game last night. And I'm not a big hockey guy at all. I think that it's not like similar to baseball, and like it's so much faster, and I think the game is. Just it moves fast. You hit and whatever. It's just it's so many games. It's like 80-some games. Just like NBA. I can't collect myself to watch all 80-some NBA games. It's just too many. Yeah. But in the playoffs, and right now, this is a hell of a series. And if we can get 7 games of Edmonton and Florida, I'll be all about that.
Dude, I will, to the day I die, as a former baseball player, tell you that I think that ice hockey players are the best athletes on the face of the earth. Like, I truly believe that. Playing 20-minute quarters, skating 30 miles an hour backwards, managing a puck, like putting that thing on a target in a net that's like this damn big. Dude, I just that, and they are some of the most savage individuals on the face of the earth. like the amount of beating that those dudes take on a daily basis is just wild. Like, I truly believe that is the hardest sport to play in the world. I really do. So
I text y'all, right? And I told you, me and Sheen we were this was a knockout drag out argument we were having. And because, he's from Michigan, right? So he's a big hockey dude. Yeah. And all that. I 100% agree that it is the most difficult sport. 100% agree. Because most people can barely skate. If you can't skate, you can't stop. If you can stop, then you don't have agility with it. And then even if you can do all that, then you still got to have the crazy
puck handling.
So and then you got a goalie who's filling up 82% of the net. So crazy. And at the same time, somebody's trying to take your head off. So I absolutely tip my hat to hockey as probably unquestionably the most difficult sport. I don't think that, and that was his argument for why it was the best sport.
It's not I would not say that.
I told him I don't think it's the best sport. One because there's a severe amount of lack of accessibility, right? Like hockey is not popular in every state, and then even in states where it is popular, it's a select group who can afford ice time, who can afford all the equipment that you need, all that kind of stuff. And so because of that, people don't understand the rules. I don't understand the rules. Like, so it just
I don't know how you get an icing. I saw a shit ton of them last night.
Exactly. Every time I see icing,
you flip it down and it crosses some line, and they're like, "That's bad."
If the puck goes to the other end really fast, you get an icing.
Major Witt was a big hockey dude, and when he came down on one of his AOP visits to me, he sat and explained icing to me. I understand sports very well, and I still don't know what icing is.
Yeah,
so
they be talking about like four checks and line swaps, and I'm like, brother.
So
I know how you get an offside. I do know how you get an offside.
Yeah, that seems pretty easy. Yeah, that's like soccer without.
But
I know when I see Connor McDavid with the puck and doing the things he's doing, moving around, I'm like, that's special. Like, that's all I know.
He's Kyrie on ice.
Yeah, 100%. Like you don't have to be a hockey guy to watch him and go, God damn, he's good.
That dude, he is
special.
But I think a lack of understanding, a lack of accessibility, it can't be the best sport. But that being said, some top tier hockey is pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, and you were saying, T, like being at a game, like especially if you can afford to be like on the ice, banging on when I was recruiting in Fargo, and so all North Dakota, Minnesota, around there. I went to UND and University of Minnesota Duluth, big hockey rivalry. I did a thing there. We had some candidates and enlisted Marines and whatnot. We did like a big swearing on the ice, and we went down there. And but that we did that game started, and the rivalry was there, and the student section was going it was a smaller atmosphere, obviously, because it's in an arena. But it was like what you would see at a football game in the South. These people were losing their minds. I got through the thing, and I walked back there. I'm trying not to bust my ass on this ice, but they're losing. I'm like banging on the ice. I'm in blues, like banging on the ice, and they're like, we're throwing T-shirts, and they're drunk as hell. Like it was electric atmosphere. And that's when I realized, hockey is different. It is isolated into like the upper Midwest kind of area. But those people who live and die by it, they treat it just like we do football here in the South.
You should have told me about that, man. I would have tried to do something with Notre Dame because Notre Dame hockey is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about really trying to do too much with them. But
that year I was out there, Duluth, I think, got to the Frozen Four. They were pretty good. So you lean on that as much as you can while you're out there trying to get bodies and get visibility.
Yeah, I also pretty much spend every day crying. So just try to survive recruiting. So
yeah, living that life. But I think it's going to be a good series. Panthers are good. One just kind of a casual observer. I'm watching, what Edmonton has in Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, like those two dudes. If they're on the ice together, magic can happen. They can win. If they're not on the ice, it seemed like Edmonton just didn't have much at all. And the Panthers have multiple ways, whether it's just, being a greasy hockey team and after the whistle and kind of smacking around a little bit and just being a veteran team who doesn't mind laying some wood, or having skilled players. Losing that game in double overtime at home, that might be a tough one to overcome if you're a Edmonton Oilers. Now you got to get one.
You got to get one back, yeah. Dude,
Panthers are in Orlando, right? Are they in Orlando?
Miami.
Oh, okay.
Are they?
Yeah. Yep. Just out. It's actually just outside of Miami, but down there in South Florida. But I was in college during the Tampa Bay Lightning run. Like they're back to back.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, I forgot. I was like, I know there's another Florida team in there, and I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah.
And that was an excuse to be like a hockey fan just because it was in college and it's right there in Tampa. It was a good time. So if I had to say I'm a hockey guy, I'm going to be cheering for the Lightning, but the Panthers knocked them out early. I think that's enough hockey talk. Let's get it. I will say the NBA taking 3 games in between, and hockey only taking 2 after what they go through. Like just
3 days.
Another example.
Breaks. Yeah.
Like just
Dude,
another
those guys
example
played
of what
2 hours.
These dudes are different.
They played 2 hours worth of hockey last night.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just like full out sprinting on ice skates for 2 hours, and they're just
on the surface when the announcers are talking about like, oh, he's been on the ice for 2 minutes, maybe we got to get him off. You're like 2 minutes, but then you see what they're doing.
You just see them; they're literally just full speed up and back every time. There is no break.
Just gassers on ice, just the entire time they're out there. You know, but yeah.
Mighty Ducks had me thinking that I understood hockey. Not
that's what I was thinking about when you said like,
I was getting the flying V. It's that easy.
But all right, so now we got we hit everything. Now the NCAA settlement was big news last night too during the hockey game. It kind of just got dropped out of nowhere. NCAA and that judge. Ruled for the college athletes. Did you guys happen to look into like what all that meant for the athletes and what's going to like happen moving forward? Because it's going to be a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I didn't dig through it too much. I did see that it gave the schools permission to basically directly pay the athletes now. Like they don't need the NIL fund to do it. It's they can just straight up be like, here's a check. So
right now it's a $20.5 million salary cap to what you were saying for the school.
20.5 million, and that's period dot across the board.
Yep, got to figure it out how you want to split that up across your revenue generating.
Now this is what happens, right? Like so now this is opening up a whole nother can of worms. Yep. Now we're getting back. Now we're
getting Title IX coming straight for him,
bro. Yep. Title IX's coming, and that under the table money is about to start flowing again because these caps are not going to be enough. I don't know if y'all watch the Women's College World Series at all, but this pitcher from Texas Tech is
$1 million arm.
She is on $1 million contract, right?
Yeah.
And like obviously, women's college softball is very popular in a lot of different places, especially like in the SEC. But like, if she's making $1 million and you're saying the cap is $20 million. Nah, it's not happening. Like,
so here's the little like asterisk to it. $20.5 million is what the school salary cap is.
Okay, so the NIL fund
you can still go make money off endorsements and other things, right? Okay. So like for Kentucky, the Ford dealership who wants to pay some money, or Donato's Pizza, those you can still make money that way. But it is going to be interesting. I think the teams that are the schools that are going to be successful in like managing this, you almost have, I don't know if it's a GM for each of your revenue generating programs or a GM overarching who can be the bad guy, be like, hey, basketball's getting X money and football's getting X money and baseball's getting X money.
Figure it out.
And then you have to have someone who could manage basically a salary cap guru, like the NFL and NBA has, except there's no tax. So so really just the NFL, like you got to be like, hey, live in the salary cap era. It's going to be interesting.
The thing is like, I don't know how many schools exist where there's more than one more than one revenue generating sport. Like even because I was looking at it the other day, even like Kentucky and Tennessee, and even more so y'all, but like great basketball fan bases. Like Tennessee has an amazing basketball fan base, but I think even for us, basketball is like just in the red now, barely, but just in the red. Tennessee football literally pays for the rest of the athletic department, including basketball and baseball and stuff. So even though they're super popular and we have huge fan bases, like football is still the king. It is the revenue generator. And because of that, like a majority of this 20 million pot is going to have to go towards football. And that's where I think the Title IX stuff is going to come into play, because now the Texas Tech pitcher is making $1 million. Our pitcher, Carolyn, whatever her name is at Tennessee, who was like the best pitcher in the country this year, she can be like, where's my $1 million? And then all of a sudden you get an All-American soccer player. They can be like, where's my $1 million? And then you can get like Tennessee's 4x1 swim relay team won. you know, and so when you start getting programs who have onesie twosie peoples who are special, they can start demanding stuff, but most of the money still has to go back towards football. And so that's where I think the NIL is still going to be huge. And maybe NIL can actually be used for what it was supposed to be used for now that you do have money straight from the school. But the NIL is really going to have to play a big part, because otherwise these Title IX lawsuits are about to be all over the place.
Yeah.
All the other sports are going to be like, how come football gets all the money, even though football pays them all? Everybody's going to want their slice of the pie. So it's going to be interesting to see.
I think we're about, a year and a half away from a players union in college sports. I feel like that's the direction we're going right now, where there's going to be like, CBAs and all that nonsense. Could you imagine a strike in college sports, like a player strike? How wild that would be.
It probably will happen, and I'm gonna hate to see that day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hate to see that day.
But I mean, yeah, man, I don't know. It's we're still a long way away from figuring this thing out, I think.
Yeah,
but it is just year 2.
Yeah, and it's an act, like, it starts July 1st, so schools are gonna have to figure this out quick. I don't know how they're gonna kind of spread it out and who it goes to, how they're going to determine what makes what. But the other piece of this is the NCAA will have to pay $2.8 billion in back damages over the next 10 years to athletes from 2016 to now.
Damn it. We missed it, T. We missed it. Missed it by 5 years.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess they determined the dudes, who's in that time frame. 2016 would have been like Johnny Manziel.
In basketball, that's the Villanova guys, right? Like Brunson and Chris Jenkins. Because I think Chris Jenkins even tried to sue for some money. He was like, "Man, I made so much money for the school off that national championship winner." Yeah. So you got the Villanova guys. Yeah, Johnny Manziel, that'd be a huge one. So then how do you determine how much to pay those guys? Because Manziel should be getting paid worth way more, or he should be getting paid way more than, a guy who just –
Manziel graduated in 2011.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Oh, wait. What?
Was it that late?
Or that early?
This is backwards. Graduated from Texas A&M in August 2011. But then the next sentence says he enrolled in 2011. All right, hang on. I'm doing some more digging. Y'all keep talking.
but yeah, so I'm just trying to think about guys who played recently. So you have him, potentially, Baker, right?
What about Lamar Jackson? When was Lamar Jackson?
Lamar was 2016, 2017, I think.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson time.
Jalen Hurts to the,
yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of
Tua.
Tua.
Hey, he was something. He did what he needed to do at Bama.
He did one thing. He made a single pass at Bama to win that title game.
That's not accurate.
Johnny Manziel was 2011 to 2013. Lamar was 2015 to 2017. Yeah. That man can get a fat check. Yeah. That name, image, and likeness of all the highlight reels from all the craziness that he did in college, man. What?
Yeah. I wonder how much he's going to get paid for that fumble against Kentucky. That was a good play.
Here you go. You just keep holding on to that, bro. I'm glad it makes you feel
better. That's all Kentucky fans can do, man.
I'm glad it makes you feel better about your 4 and whatever season it was that you just had last year.
That's all they can do is live in the past.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm hoping for 6 wins this year. That's how bad it is.
We tried to tell you. Man. We tried to tell you at the beginning of last year that it was not going to be a 10-win season, and just.
All right, Rando sent us the screenshot of him and what's his face getting into it, and they were like, "We are not the same." I was about to be like, "Well, y'all did have the same bad takes on what your record was going to be in football."
You did predict. I listened to you predict the same record.
I tried to go on Twitter and find it. I couldn't find. I was just not good enough with Twitter, so I could comment and say that. I couldn't find it.
Oh man. I remember listening to that live and texting him in the group chat.
Oh, we were killing him. Yeah, we were killing him.
Roasting that thing.
Stop it, man.
There is no chance that is happening.
Yeah.
Oh, turns out y'all were right.
Yeah.
And we might have a lot of cold takes, but that was a rather hot one on our part.
That one we were spot on.
Hey, the South Carolina game, I was like, man, that was a bad take. And then we go and we beat Ole Miss in Ole Miss, and I was like, we are so back, and then we were not.
Yeah, and then you play Georgia tough. You play Georgia tough, so you're like, okay, yeah, we might could do something. Nah,
we're in fact not.
And then Vandy at home, and then Florida, and then just golly, it was embarrassing.
You keep going because you missed a game.
You forgot one in one in Tennessee.
Yeah, and then the other one too. Yeah.
When we were watching that game, and we started off okay. And then Wilcox had the ball stripped from him like he was a child playing against grown men. I was like, this is going to be a long fucking day.
And then you got that little glimmer of hope after halftime with that first touchdown drive. All right, here we go, boys. We're coming back. And then it was like, that was in fact not a good take either.
It wasn't. And we got so excited because Cutter Boley, the hometown kid, was starting in the rivalry.
Yeah.
What a terrible decision that was. He was so overwhelmed. It was not fair for that young man. Freaking. Oh boy. Hey, let's go, Stoops. Come on, Stoops. You got it, buddy. You got it. Stoops and Hamden gonna surprise everybody.
Yeah.
Gonna surprise everybody.
Old Butch.
Yeah.
He's at home cooking up some killer plays right now.
just feed route runner 9, man. Just give 9 the ball, and we'll be okay. We will be okay. What else we got? What else we got going on right now? We talk about the NBA.
We got the UFC fights tonight.
Yeah, that's got to be you, AB, because all I know is we watched the last O'Malley fight when he fought this dude, and he got pieced up and had nothing for him. Is he going to have something better? Like, is it going to be worth the money tonight?
I don't know, man. I honestly, I'm more excited about the Juliana Pena, Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, that was going to. Yeah.
Kayla Harrison
are dogs.
Kayla Harrison is scary. She is a scary woman. I think that'll be a good fight, but I don't know. Styles make fights, right? Same UFC, same as in boxing. And Merab's style is just not conducive to the way that Sean O'Malley fights. So like, I mean, he's gonna have to put him out, and he's gonna have to put him out early. He's gonna have to stay off his back for the first 2 rounds, because if Merab just blitzes him and then takes him down a couple of times and wears his ass out, like if it goes to a decision, he's not winning. He's gonna have to pull out one of those highlight knockouts like what he did early on in his career, and just put his lights out. Because if it goes past 3 rounds, it's a wrap. Merab's taking it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Worth the money. It's kind of I don't think this is really a great card in general. Like I said, wouldn't mind watching the co-main. And then you see Amanda Nunes is coming out of retirement. She said she's coming out of retirement. She wants the winner of that fight. So I think Kayla Harrison wins that one. And then whenever that Kayla Harrison Amanda Nunes fight happens, I will pay the money to watch that one, because that is going to be legit. And I think the UFC will probably build a big card around that. But other than that, it's kind of a very meh main card in general. So might try to bootleg it or something. But
yeah, I would say you heard it here first. Crack streams, bootleg thing. Save you the $80, whatever it is.
Dana, if for some weird ass reason this gets sent to you, please don't disable my account. And, don't send the feds after me.
So apparently the ESPN deal is ending this year or coming up soon. And they're talking about, so I'm watching WWE on Peacock right now, but WWE is on Netflix on Monday Night Raw, and they're owned, they're owned by the same company now. They're talking about potentially it going to Netflix for these pay-per-view events.
Bro, okay.
I want to know if
I'm still gonna have a Disney. Is it gonna discount it? I don't know. I'm still gonna have a Disney Plus account. that's gonna have this crap on it, and I'm still gonna have a Netflix account because I got too many damn kids to not have all the streaming.
You're gonna have
services.
them all. I just hope it's not like when NFL Sunday Ticket went to YouTube. I was like, okay, like maybe they'll raise my monthly rate a little bit, but I'll be able to just jump into. And then they're like, nope, $300 still. I'm
$300,
like, man.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm already paying $80 a month now. So like,
I'm telling you,
hopefully, if it does go to Netflix, it's like, hey, what
chop that down a little bit. Maybe
$20
we
a month,
don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that. But maybe we raise the. Hear us out, Netflix. Just raise the monthly rate a little bit. Make it a premium, whatever you want to call it. Raise the rate and give me my discounted pay-per-views, and everybody else can pay the regular price.
I pay the $9 a month for Peacock, and then I get to watch WWE whenever they have a pay-per-view event. But it hurts less when I just pay $9 every month instead of you asking for $80 out of my paycheck now to watch this fight.
Fucking 6 times a year. And then I got to hit Kyle up like, hey, man, you want to split it?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. We lost T.
We lost T. Oh, no. It's that Walmart internet. We put him to sleep with the UFC talk. He wasn't big on that one.
Maybe he'll be back soon. I agree. Based on what we saw last time, the women's fight probably going to be more electric than the men's fight, unless O'Malley can just kind of
he's going to have
on his feet.
Yeah, he's going to have to start you. Like that's the only way. That's the only way he wins that fight is if he knocks him out. But yeah, they got some bubbas on here fighting right now. These boys. Every time I watch these heavyweights fight, it's like. It just one of these hooks and I die. I literally just die. My neck gone, head turned around backwards the other way. Just see you later. T, I can't tell. You froze again? No, he's back. Okay, all right, we're good.
He's back. He with us.
No, man. I just set my phone down and right on the power button, just turned my whole computer off.
Yeah.
So that was
I was like, we put him to sleep with all the UFC talk. He wasn't with that one. Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask Pena. Rando, is Pena who we watched at your house when we were back in North Carolina, or did we watch Cyborg?
Yes,
whichever
it was that day. Yeah.
Who did she that wasn't Holly Holm though? Who did she fight? I thought it was Pena.
Oh shoot!
Has she fought Pena before?
This was back in 2020.
That was like
right?
Yeah, it was 2020.
That might have been when Cyborg had just come over to the UFC and they were getting ready to have her fight Nunez, and then Nunez just absolutely melted her face.
Well, that was the one where Pena won because she's American, right? Pena.
Pena is she is American, strong Mexican heritage, but yes, technically American.
Yeah. Anyway, you said her name, and I was like, oh, that rings some kind of bell. I think me and Rando watched her back in Lejeune, but
yeah. I know we watched. I don't know what happened to her. I forget her last name. I think the first name was Rose, like Rose
Namajunas. Rose Namajunas. Yeah, Thug Rose.
Yeah. And like she just looks like this sweet little girl, and she will fuck you up with just
absolutely in your shit. Yeah,
absolute savage. I remember I don't know if that was the same card, but I remember we watched her too. She was nice because in North Carolina when you could gamble, she would win you a bet pretty nice because she was always underdog, and she just come out of nowhere. I
don't know if y'all are into it like I am, but you're talking about what we got coming up. Track and field championships for college are this week.
Oh yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I love track and field.
Oh dude, I'll watch track and field shit all day.
Same. So starts Wednesday through Saturday, and it's on Wednesday, Thursday is ESPN, Friday is ESPN2, and Saturday is ESPNU.
Okay.
So you got track and field championships. Tennessee's 4x1 team is there. A couple sprinters and some jumpers and stuff. So we got a little bit of representation. I want to watch it anyway, but it's nice to have a dog in the fight.
Did y'all see the video Tyler put up from Quinn's track meet a couple weeks ago? She was the first leg on. She made the 4x1 for they do like the whole San Marcos unified like track meet with all the elementary schools out here. And man, when I tell you, like, I know she's kind of quick, but she started in lane 3 and ate the stagger up. And was like, they had probably like a 10-step lead when she handed the baton off. And I mean, it like just absolutely torched everybody on the first leg.
That's dope.
Yeah, their third leg gave it up though. It was kind of rough. Third leg was rough. Didn't make the turn.
Those curves,
well.
Man.
Yeah, didn't make the turn very well. Yeah. But they ended up getting second. But yeah, she was. I was like, God dang, this kid's quick.
Yeah.
And that was without track spikes. Like,
and running translates and helps every sport too. It helps every sport. Like everybody should run.
Yeah, she looks like a normal runner. Like I never looked like that when I was a kid. Like I look like a.
She's got a natural kick for sure.
And it's like, and both of them, I'm like, you must take after your mom because it's not me. Yeah.
Now I remember when we first got out here, y'all were took her to the track and posted a video, and you could tell she was natural if she wants to get in it. I'm excited for Jay to get involved next year when he can start running track because I don't know how he is in distance, but he consistently at this age smoking kids that are older than he is. So he just gotta enjoy it. He's the same way. He's got a natural stride to him. Not run all hunched over like I do. So
that's the same with me. When I try to run fast, I end up like it's like, why is your head going this way? I don't.
I can't relate with y'all on that one. So
we know.
We know.
But I can now. I'm slow as all get out now. So the Marine Corps destroyed all my fast twitch muscle fibers, and then I wasn't good at the Marine Corps stuff either. So
if I ever had any fast twitch muscle fiber, the Marine Corps definitely killed whatever was remaining of it from my career.
That is gone.
Yeah.
They're gradually killing my slow twitch as well because
that's what I'm saying.
That 21 and a half that I sent you, God, I used to roll out of bed and run 1933 mile, no problem. Like train for, I get under. Now I've been training my ass off out here in these hills, and I felt good. I ran it. I came across that last mile, looked down. I'm like, okay, I might get sub 20, and then I died. And I got there. It was like 21 and a half.
Where did you run that?
Yeah.
On base.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Yeah. So and the only bad thing is when you hit the back straight is on the flight line of San Diego Airport.
Just straight wind.
So the wind is like running with a parachute. And I swear to God, when you turn around, you don't get it at your back. It just stops somehow. Like it's just it just goes. Like,
but when you're running into it, you're like
That's the side the side where you're running by the PT field back that way. Okay, I think I know. Yeah, I mean it shares the fence line with the airport. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But my goodness, so.
Like I told y'all, I'm probably like a 24-minute guy now on a good day. So if I can maintain an 8-minute pace here,
chilling your little 8-minute mile, man, that's good.
Yeah, I'll take it. Look, I got my sub 18 one time while we were at OCS, and
hey, I got plenty of fat Marines that can't run 24-minute miles.
Yeah, we're not going to discuss 3 miles with you, Black. We know it.
I sent him a video today that somebody that was going through Walmart. It was like like old CrossFit videos where everybody does CrossFit.
Oh yeah, man, you do CrossFit? Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent him a video. It was a marathon runner. He was like, "Hey, have you ever met a marathon runner in the flesh?" And they were like, "No." I was like, "Hey, good, nice to meet you. I've run 4."
You're welcome.
Yeah,
that's what AB is. That's what AB is.
Hell no! You can't get out of here. I do not do that at all. Tyler be getting mad at me. She's like, she's like, "Oh yeah, my husband runs marathons." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." She's like, "Oh, shut up! You did like list off the time or whatever." And I'm like, "All right, well, I was trying not to, you brought me into this. I didn't want to start this conversation."
But since you said it, yes, I'm sorry.
But since you said it, I ran at 2:48 in Boston. So, I mean, it's fine.
I'd probably still
be running. I'd still be running right now.
Bro, that was no lie, though.
There's no way I'm running 26 point whatever miles ever. Like, it would take me 7 months to run that many miles.
That's what I'm saying. I would still be running right now. Like, I'd still be going.
Yeah.
I don't think I told y'all when we were in Peleliu, we ran instead of doing Murph for Memorial Day, we did a Peleliu half mile, since obviously a ton of Marines there's a half marathon. I mean, that's the furthest I've ever run in my life, and that was absolutely brutal for me. That was horrible because this is the jungle, so it's insanely humid and all that, and it's flat. Like, so there wasn't any incline until literally the very end to go up Bloody Nose Ridge. But I'll have to send you guys my screenshot, and you're gonna get a good laugh because I was actively running at the time, and it was still pretty slow. So yeah, it was rough.
Oh man.
I know when I hang it up, when the boots come off, I hang up the camis for good. I will be running 0 miles for the rest of my life. I will not do a single another mile ever again.
That's funny. I still try to
jump on the stairs.
Yeah.
The elliptical, kind of keep us moving.
Hey, that Stairmaster. Don't sleep on the Stairmaster now.
It'll get you.
I'm gonna tell you,
he loves it. He loves the Stairmaster.
Yeah. It'll get you.
I do love it. I asked you about like good running shoes because I blew out my Nikes, and I went and you told me, hey, go. I think it was Brooks or Asics. Like, go get those. One of those two.
I said Asics or Saucony, but I mean, close enough.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I looked those up because I was gonna go buy some, and then I'll buy a pair of shoes I'll never wear for like these Kentuckys. I'll buy.
Yeah.
And then I saw $150 for a pair of running shoes. It's like 0 chance I will run with these fucking holes that I got right now. I don't put enough miles in to pay this much money for some running shoes.
What size shoe you wear?
I don't want to say. I know your foot's bigger than mine.
Oh no, I was gonna say I was trying to be nice and say I could give you some shoes because the way you are with sneakers, I am with running shoes. I got like 12 goddamn pairs of running shoes.
I wear an 11.
Oh, I wear a 12. You might be able to. I think I might got 11 and a half somewhere out there.
Yeah, I'll put on like 4 pair of socks.
That's hot. That's how the distance thing, dude. It's like, I don't know. I got that extra big toe. And he just digs in there. we used to give my buddy Cash crap about that in college. Because he's like fastest human being I've ever seen on a baseball field. It'd be like, yeah, bro, you got a claw in there. You got one of them little raptor claws. You'd be running and the thing just be digging in.
Well, boys, I just finished the first drink. I'm going to get back to watching some WWE. These fights have been – all I know is that if John Cena and Logan Paul beat Jey Uso – and Cody Rhodes tonight, I'm going to have to quit WWE for a minute. I'm going to have to just give it up for a little bit because I don't know that I can watch those two win a match against 2 of the greats like American Nightmare and main event Jey Uso. But we're going to see how tonight goes. See how upset I am at the end of the night. Because I didn't take the John Cena beating Cody Rhodes very well that evening. I did not handle it well.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's yeah. I'll be looking out for you. It's okay. I got support bourbon over here if you need it later on.
Yeah, we got plenty. I might if either one of us find a good scream, I might roll over to the crib tonight once the baby goes down and catch some of these fights just in the off chance. They're good.
Come on, I'm over here by my lonesome right now. Anyway. Well, I got the heathens upstairs, but they're tearing that shit up, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm always scared when I exit this room. Like, what is it gonna look like?
I can still hear them, so that's how I know it's not that.
That's good.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's when it goes quiet. That's when I can hear them. It's okay. It goes quiet.
They are still alive.
Yeah.
If they hear them, if it goes quiet, like one of them might have killed the other one.
He's dead.
Something's getting fucking drawn on that you did not want to get drawn on.
Yeah.
There are clothes and or other things spread throughout the house that you did not want out of your room. So they're at least in the playroom right now. Now, when I did go up there, they did take their little snack thing that I gave them, trying to be a nice parent beforehand, and they opened the top of it and just dumped it all over the floor.
Of course.
So there's just pretzels and shit everywhere. So I got to clean that up before Tyler gets back. But yeah.
Oh man, gosh, parenting is lovely. You just hope you win the lottery and one of them can make you a bunch of money, get a big NIL deal.
Hey, dude, the SEC or bust. There is no choice. They don't have any choice.
Retirement plan. That's where it is. But
all
right, before we exit, what do we think? I don't know. Edmonton Panthers. I don't know if we care about giving predictions about that. It's hockey. I'll say Edmonton wins the series.
Yeah,
because
I want to see Edmonton win. Yeah, exactly. Same reason. I'd like to see McDavid get one.
I'll just never say Florida. So
yeah,
whatever goes against Florida.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So 3 for 3, which means Florida's definitely winning because
most likely.
yeah, probably. But what about OKC and Pacers? I still think OKC in 6. A lot of that is going to be because I'm hoping Shea and Kaysen get one as Kentucky dudes. What do y'all think about that series?
Yeah, I'm still going OKC in 6. I think they win this next one. I think they split. I'll give Indiana the split at home for the next, but then I think it's going to end up just being too much. I think OKC will win at home the next iteration, and then I think they go on the road and get Indiana to get them out of there.
Yep. I think Indy's going to take it.
Really?
Got it. Okay.
Hey, I don't think that's not a crazy take.
I think OKC is the better team, but it just seems like the stars are just aligning too much, too often. Like once, maybe twice, like, all right, hey, whatever. But that's 4 times now with Halliburton. Like and look, failure comes with it, so I don't hold it against them. But Shea missed that huge shot, so they may just need one more season. I don't know, but it just seems like things are just working too perfectly for Indiana right now to literally be losing an entire game except for the last 0.3 seconds and you still win. Like, I don't know. So I think Indy might take this one. And stealing game 1 is huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
So,
to your point, that loss, OKC mindset either wakes them up and they are a different team and they show that they're the better team and they crush Indy in the games they're supposed to, or it crushes them and they can't overcome it. Because I think they had 25 turnovers to 7. No way in hell Indy should have won that game and they still do it. So we'll see how they respond. That game is tomorrow, so we'll see. All I know is it's going to be a good fucking game. This series is going to be great, and I hope the viewership, like you said, the viewership kind of responds to it and they watch it. One thing the NBA does, or one thing the NBA is successful at, is owning social. They own X, Instagram, all that. They get their highlights out there, and they got really good pundits. The Knuckleheads podcast, you talked about Up in Smoke. They got really good dudes who are talking about the game outside of the big network. So I do think it'll spread, and hopefully the small markets will get the traction. That's good for viewership. But
you got a Kentucky guy on the Pacers.
Isaiah Jackson.
Yeah,
he don't play though. He doesn't play. If they hadn't that's true. If they hadn't gotten rid of Shigwe, because Shigwe was on their team, their G League team, and he would come up from time to time. He got a 10-day contract. If he hadn't have gone to the Jazz, I'd be all in on the Pacers because I love Shea, I love Kaysen, but National Player of the Year, Oscar Shigwe was the dude. He's going to have his jersey in the rafters, or at least I think he should. So if he was still on the Pacers, I would be all in on pulling for them. But he ain't. So let's go Shea and Kaysen.
Yeah,
kind of how it goes. Do either you guys have a player in the finals?
Nah, man. Sure don't.
I knew that. On that note, hey, it was a good show. Go Big Blue.
What's up, baby?
Go Big Orange.